Puff can fill it up, and he can really provide a spark in a lot of different areas.
Yes, he can, and I think his personality, if it can bleed over into his play, it's going to definitely help this Penn State team because he is a gregarious young man.
Here's Jahmir Young. There was some question about whether or not he was going to be healthy enough to go. We watched him in shoot around the practice on game day that we were at earlier today. Ace Baldwin will bring it up after the Maryland turnover. Kanye Clary over to Puff Johnson. Here's Baldwin averaging 14 points per game. The A10 Player of the Year a year ago with Mike Rhodes at VCU, joined him at Penn State. Clary will drop it off for Hicks. Here's Puff in the corner with 4 to shoot. Step in for the 2, and the rebound tipped around and controlled by Penn State. Nice bat out by Qudus Wahab.
Yeah, and that's big for Penn State to get multiple opportunities here on the road.
Here's Baldwin. Second chance for Penn State. Count the bucket and a foul. Ace Baldwin on the board. Trying to convert the three-point play, and he does.
That allows Penn State to get into their trademark pressure. Let's see how they get after Jahmir Young a little bit.
What did you see from Maryland earlier today about how they were going to attack this pressure?
I love how they clear out a side for Jahmir Young. So he had the whole side cleared out, and then when the double team comes from Penn State, he's in really good position to give it up to an open teammate.
This was by far the most emphasized aspect of the game today at their shoot-around in practice earlier today, but a turnover poked away by Zach Hicks. And Hicks, the trailer on the play, will try for 3. That won't go on the rebound for Jordan Geronimo.
And Hicks was a much better shooter at Temple. He just has not found the range here yet. But that was advantageous defense there on the back slap, resulting in a turnover.
Here's Deshaun Harris-Smith trying to get it going, finds Jordan Geronimo from deep, dives on the back iron to Wahab, and a foul's called. Here's Hicks. Stephen mentioned the Temple transfer. Came in just 31% from 3. He was 36% a year ago at Temple, and then a whistle and a travel.
Gotta have great ball movement against these pressurized defenses on both sides.
Harris-Smith will feed it off to Young, got in the air, gets it back from Reese, and the baseline jumper will fall for Jahmir Young.
That's a nice relocation by Jahmir Young. Gave it up, changed his spot so Baldwin could not recover, and got a clean look. Here are the changing defenses, Kevin, that you'll see from Maryland. Looks like a 2-3 zone, and then sometimes they get right to a man within the same possession.
Tough to decipher if you're Penn State, especially a team that's trying to figure out where everybody is on the floor. A lot of transfers that have come in the first year with Mike Rhodes.
That's exactly right. And so Mike Rhodes talking about adversity. That they're going to see some tonight, but they have to overcome it and stick together as a unit.
Here's Young down the baseline. Good find for Scott, but Dante Scott can't connect. Nice block by Qudus Wahab.
Wahab is really getting on the glass early, giving his team an opportunity.
The drive and kick, Baldwin's miss, rebounded by Puff Johnson. Larry inside and drops that teardrop in for 2.
That's pretty right there. Gets inside of Jahmir Young, and there's no defensive help whatsoever. And that's big for Kanye. See the numbers there from last season compared to this one. Those two can get going. That's a recipe for success on the road.
And that's what he's done this year to start is kind of what they thought he would do coming in. He was ranked as a top 40 point guard in America last year of high school.
Yeah, and Mike Rhodes, when he was at VCU, really was trying to recruit him, but they had a stacked squad. He chose to go elsewhere.
Quick push up the floor, quick drive to the rim, but Nick Kern can't finish it off up there. Good recovery by Maryland defensively.
It really was. I thought Kern had a nice beat at the rim, but he got challenged and forced to miss.
Jahmir Young around the screen, but the ball dribbled off his foot and picked away. Penn State with numbers if they hurry in the scramble. Wahab inside, blocked by Geronimo.
Yeah, and Wahab's got to catch that and go straight up. You can't gather yourself in bounds. You let the defense recover.
A bit of a ragged start for both teams. A 5-2 lead for Penn State. You see the shooting numbers 2 for 8 for the Nittany Lions, 1 for 4 with a couple of turnovers for Maryland. Reese to the left hand is good.
Nice job by Reese on the crab dribble and then gets through the double team. Oh, man.
What a drive and finish. Ace Baldwin with an ace feed to Nick Kern.
I'll tell you what, Kevin Willard's going to be as red as that tie if that continues to happen. Maryland's got to get back in transition defense.
Jahmir Young around the screen, floater off the window, won't go. Rebound loose on the floor, scooped up by Penn State. Wahab with it, and then taken away. A battle taken right back. A lot of contact. Clary on the drive, inside to the rim, count the bucket.
Oh man, Penn State bringing the physicality here on the road. Knowing that this is a difficult place to get a win, but they have certainly set the tone here early.
Well, they did not like the tone they set last time out against Bucknell.
Yeah, that was a poor response to a loss.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Kaiser at the line. Good on the first.
I think Bort agrees with you.
Bort on the court, our colleague that joined us courtside here earlier, is busy watching Big Ten Plus right now. He's got a subscription.
Yes, he does.
Kaiser good on both free throws. Hasn't had many opportunities. That was just his third and fourth free throw attempts of the season.
Yeah, and I think he's feeling a lot better about himself. Playing hard on the defensive end, and things are coming to him on the other.
There's Baldwin back on the court with 2 fouls now for Penn State. Trust shown by Mike Rhodes and his veteran, one of the guys that came with Mike Rhodes from VCU to Penn State. Here's Kern turning the corner. Dropping it down low, a little too low for Wahab. Kaiser gets in there to tie it up. Baldwin looking, needs to get that one in. Does in the corner. Driving baseline. Hicks has it batted away, stays with it. Beat the shot clock and Reese the rebound. 6th board for Reese.
Watch Jahmir Young on this possession. He hasn't been as aggressive as I'd like to see him.
Nice cross court from Reese to Kaiser. There's the 3. Started off 5 for 30 for the year before he hit that one.
And everybody in the crowd knew it as well. They are elated that this young man now is starting to have some success from long range.
We watched him in practice, the shoot around earlier today, and he hardly missed. He has got a beautiful shot. Speaking of beautiful shots, how about Nick Kern on the drive?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I second that on Kaiser Jr. And it's so good to see young people have some success after they've been struggling. Hopefully he can continue to build on that.
2.5 to play in this first half. 2-point ball game. Underneath, Geronimo. Shot tipped away. He stays with it. Look at the strength of Geronimo. Ball batted in the air. Kaiser swats it in the corner. Maryland keeps. Young for the lead. Grazes the rim. Tracked down in the corner by Hicks, but out of bounds at travel.
I know he's disappointed. He's got 2 fouls. He's coming out of the game, but this is college basketball. I know he's the man in high school, but he's a freshman once again. It's going to take time.
Kaiser, short on that shot. But you know he's starting to feel a little more confident. Rebound pulled down by Kern.
Julian Reese doing a good job. He almost came up with that offensive rebound. I'm just really impressed with the effort by the Terrapins in the last 7 minutes.
Yeah, it has ramped up since a slow start.
Yes, it has.
See if Young can get it going again. Tough pass for Geronimo.
See if Dante Scott can take advantage of Kanye Clary guarding him.
Young back to Reese. Here's Geronimo in the corner. And the 3 rebounded by Wahab.
Hicks did a really good job of help side defense, forcing Reese to give up that pass on the roll.
Clary in amongst the trees, drives it at both Reese and Kaiser.
I think he took exception to the hit. Chatting back and forth about the good, the bad, and the not so ugly of the Big Ten. Looking forward to that. That's the first time we've seen this 3/4 court drop down to a half court. Like a matchup zone almost. It looks 2-3, but it morphs depending on where the ball is on the floor. Oh, beautiful screens.
And Long with the 3.
Oh, that was a great play against the zone defense. Both guard defenders were screened. Pleasure was seeing one of those drop.
Since that 11-point lead, 19-9, Maryland has outscored Penn State. Here's Kern, fouled by Geronimo as he Been a good first half for the VCU transfer, Nick Kern Jr. 6 points, 3 rebounds in 12 minutes. And the front end falls, he'll get one more. VCU came from a high school in the St. Louis area that knew how to win, won 3 state championships, Vashon High School.
Yep.
I mean, that feels like a really big deal. Like, I want to establish a culture. I need guys who understand what it means to win games. I don't care where you've won those games.
Great point, Kevin, because that winning is contagious, and those habits that you have to form to be a champion, that's what you want.
Students will count out the shot clock behind us. Kaiser just throws it up. That's a shot clock violation, isn't it? Kern will inbound. Clary comes to get it. 2 seconds. Clary, half court heave. It is no good. Halftime is here. Penn State never trails in the first half.
Yeah, they just can't afford that at home. You got to come out and let your fans give you that energy that you need. They figured out the formula. Now we have ourselves a nice ball game.
Young, the skip into the corner. Dante Scott trying to get it started early. Long rebound off the miss. Young has it poked away by Puff Johnson.
Boy, Penn State does that so well. We've seen Maryland come up with some loose balls or rebounds, but Penn State with the active hands.
There's Hicks's 3 won't go, and Maryland up the floor with Jahmir Young at the helm.
I know Hicks's can definitely knock down threes, but your first shot out of halftime, not really warm. I don't know how good that decision was.
Scott will wrap it around to Young. Step back 2 for Young. Strong off the heel. Offensive rebound, Dante Scott. Going to work inside. Scott blocked inside by Hicks. Reese with it. His pocket picked. Ball loose. Swatted around, and it'll stay with Maryland.
I think he can oh, I thought that might have been a double dribble there.
Reese with the left hand over Wahab.
Reese doing a good job of creating the space, putting that shoulder into Wahab's chest. Old school Big Ten basketball right there.
Just the second time we've been tied in this ball game. Again, Maryland has never led in the game. Clary probing, tried to drop that one off. A mistake by Clary.
Yeah, that's the second or third time they tried to hit Wahab on the move. That's not his strength. He's got to be still catching the basketball.
Geronimo in the post against Puff. Here's Reese. Working against Qudus Wahab, and a foul on Wahab.
If I'm Maryland, I'd go right back to him.
Left alone, Geronimo fakes the pass and hits the 3. Just his second made 3 of the year. Jordan Geronimo's first tonight.
And I know people are probably like, wow, they're only 4 of 15 from the 3 are Maryland, but that's an improvement. And, you know, as mightily as they've struggled from long range, this might get them going.
And the answer comes from Ace Baldwin. The lead short-lived for Maryland, back to a tie.
You know, the Baltimore native wanted to show out strong here in this game. I think that technical foul kind of threw him a little bit in the first half.
Reese inside, got a little space, knew what to do with it.
Yeah, and he's fired up. I mean, he's showing as much emotion as I've seen him.
A little pressure in the backcourt on Penn State.
It's tough to pressure Clary, though. Ooh, stop, start, low to the ground, strong.
Work again. 10 to shoot for Hicks. The entry into the post to Wahab. And Wahab giving Reese a taste of his own medicine.
Ooh. Puff Johnson and Jordan Geronimo getting tangled up a little bit. Have to keep an eye on that matchup.
There's Young. Trying to get it to the post. Kevin Willard ends up with one, thanks to Demetrius Lilly.
Oh, good job by Lilly trying to contain.
We've got a whistle, though, away from the ball, and that looks like Ace Baldwin's just picked up his 3rd. Refs discussing life as transfers. Young inside, bounces it off the window, and he'll go to the line for one more. He did it Charlotte. Those were erased when he put up 16 a game last year.
Yeah, he was outstanding throughout the season, and you know, the change that he made. I remember about midway through the Big Ten slate, he started dunking the basketball, like dunking. So
here he goes again, an opportunity to the rim. Shot short, rebound out of bounds.
Yeah, he's got his hands on that rock. That rock has medicine in it, so whatever was ailing him is over
travel. Dante Scott.
You cannot let these opportunities go in conference play. This building got them in the NCAA tournament last year, so they got to hold serve at home.
They won 15 straight. If you're joining us late, 10-0 last year in conference play here at home. I mean, just a remarkable accomplishment. Against that league last year, holy cow. Mitchell on the drive inside. Geronimo went up for the block, and he got poked on the follow-through by Raquandis Mitchell. See if he goes on about a 5-made-3 streak here right after that. Young dumps it down low. Good recovery by Lilly to prevent the roll to the basket, but a foul called.
And
so Maryland will inbound after the 4th team foul on Penn State. On the flip, and that one was deflected by Leo O'Boyle, and it ends up Penn State basketball. Good hands by the Lafayette transfer.
And Mike Rose is hoping that O'Boyle can find the range from three-point land.
Bounces home. Kanye Clary has been stronger and stronger all night long. He's up to 15 as he ties it.
Yeah, he's not far from the Tidewater area. Wouldn't be surprised there's some people in the house and maybe got some home cooking because he's playing like it.
How about that? Kaiser trying to enter it to the post, and Wahab says, I'll just take that.
Well, Wahab has got great length. And you've got to be precise on those post feeds with a guy like that in the vicinity.
Question Penn State is asking is, can he recapture the magic he had his first 2 years, especially sophomore year at Georgetown? Because when...
Oh, wow, look at that play.
Outstanding play by Kaiser, but...
highly ranked recruit.
4th ranked recruit out of Virginia. Somebody fell asleep down there. Scott, when they went to the monitor, it is not anymore, and there's the miss.
Exactly. Don't send it to me.
1 for 2. Mitchell at the line.
Our colleagues back in Chicago like fan mail, so go ahead and send that to them.
Address it care of Robbie Hummel. Scott with a whistle away from the ball.
If they keep it locked, they may not get called for that.
Maryland down 1. Jahmir Young to work. The 3 looking for the lead off the heel. Oh, what a strong rebound. Goodness.
Boy, hey, they may not be scoring the basketball, but both of these coaches cannot question the effort here tonight.
Man, Harrison Ford is looking for the one-armed man who got that rebound. That was outstanding. Dante Scott. The 3 won't go, and the rebound pulled down by Mitchell.
Watch Kanye in this situation. He's calling for the quick screen.
Look how low he gets with the dribble. Kept it alive, found O'Boyle in the corner. The 3 won't go, and there's Wahab with a strong rebound. He'll take it up, can't get the roll on a rim that he used to call his own.
Isn't that something?
Young in all kinds of traffic. O'Boyle there to pluck it.
O'Boyle brought some energy off the bench. He didn't get that 3 to go, but that's a great steal.
In the post, Wahab work, a double team comes. Out to O'Boyle. The skip. 14 to shoot for Mitchell. And a foul. Foul numbers starting to mount. Look at the bottom of your screen. 6 fouls against Penn State. Next Penn State foul means Maryland shooting the rest of the way. 3 for Maryland. Clary with the crossover. Got a look at 3. He's got 18 as Clary gives Penn State the 4-point lead.
Yeah, and he's bouncing a little bit, starting to feel good.
And a timeout taken by Maryland.
Set up and beat Maryland in the half-court set. They've got to get extra opportunities via the turnover.
Yeah, 18 of their 41 points are fast break points tonight. Scott inside, can't get it to go. Look who's in there to get the rebound again.
Giving his team yet another possession.
I gave Reese 1 extra rebound. He's at 12 right now.
Okay.
Maybe he'll have 13 by the end of the night. I'm going to guess he will. Hicks with good ball movement, the open man for three. Can't get it to go, and Reese looking for that 13th rebound. Saw very little playing time as a true freshman, but he went to Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania. Of course, Kobe Bryant's high school. He was the first player since Kobe Bryant to average a double-double 3 straight years at Lower Merion High School. I mean, when you're in the category of, I did this right after Kobe Bryant did, that's pretty impressive company.
Yeah, it's going to get some attention,
yeah.
right? And tell you what, he's working hard right now, as are his teammates.
Yes.
Starting to put some distance between themselves and the Terps.
They had an 11-point lead in the first half, and then Maryland made a move and got it to within 2 at halftime. Now a 7-point advantage, a 9-0 run for the Nittany Lions, and the shot clock down to 3, and Young needs some help, and it's poked away. Good hands by Baldwin. Colonel started back to Baldwin, who will go to work. This skip, toe on the line, hits his 3. Got a great look, just couldn't get it to go. And Maryland fortunate there.
Wow, the quick hands of Penn State, really impressive. Young was trying to make a move, and Ace Baldwin comes from behind and pokes it out.
Young picked up by Wahab on the switch. He'll find Geronimo for 3. Rebound tipped into the hands of Reese, but a foul first on the floor.
He and Juan Dixon in the backcourt, boy, they brought a championship here to Maryland.
And Reese.
And you know what I'm noticing, Kevin? As the game goes on, he relaxes more, and his free throws get better. He doesn't have as much of a hitch in it.
You think fatigue plays a role in that?
I do.
He's a little more tired, so he relaxes a little bit more?
I think it does. And, you know, with he and Qudus Wahab been dancing all night long, I know he's tired.
You see it sometimes in baseball. Pitchers, as they get tired, sometimes the breaking ball moves a little differently because they're a little more relaxed. Young with the push pass, looking for room on the baseline. Geronimo will bail out.
Now watch this zoom action. They're going to bring Young, but he goes baseline.
And a foul is called, and Young is going to head to the free throw line for Jahmir Young. Perfect 5 of 5 tonight. And Young 2 for 2. Maryland has not hit a field goal in almost 6 minutes, Stephen, but they've crept within 3 because they are going to the line.
That's right, and this pressure right here is going to turn up. See if Penn State can handle it.
They can indeed handle it with authority from Qudus Wahab.
And I tell you what, Nick Kern has played a nice floor game tonight. He has set up his teammates beautifully. He's been aggressive. When he's had the opportunity, he's come up with a few steals as well.
Only 19 minutes for Kern. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and no turnovers tonight. Only 2 second-half turnovers for Penn State. All the way to the rim, Deshaun Harris-Smith stumbled a bit on his way there, but he gets the bucket, his first 2 tonight.
Deshaun showing a high IQ that time, because point guards that follow the bigs, when they help and then they retreat, Wahab's back was totally turned. He did not see anything, and Smith Harris gets all the way to the bucket.
Wide open 3 for Zach Hicks. He does not miss that one. 3rd made 3 of the night.
Sorry about that, parents.
Yeah.
I said Harris Smith. I said Smith Harris. I meant to say Deshaun Harris Smith. Sorry about that. But good shot by Hicks.
Reese from the elbow with the jumper. A little mid-range game.
And now we're starting to get a little flow on both ends of the floor now. And where Jahmir Young needs to get aggressive, I believe Ace Baldwin needs to do the same thing. I know Clary is rolling, but Baldwin could get involved.
And a foul on Jahmir Young. That'll be his first. Stephen, you mentioned you wanted to see Ace Baldwin get more aggressive. You think the fouls have thwarted his aggressiveness a little bit?
I think, yes, there's no question about it. I think that technical foul kind of made him a little bit more timid than normal.
Clary with 4 to shoot. Working against Kaiser, and he picked his pocket.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Here's Young. Quick attack, ball tipped free. Ends up in Geronimo's hands, and then it's tipped out of bounds. Baldwin with 3 fouls will navigate up the floor. 16 points off turnovers tonight for Penn State. That's turnover number 16 for Maryland. Baldwin Tough contested jumper. Good defense by Young.
No doubt about it. And Baldwin saying that he got fouled. I disagree.
Young in transition. The three falls. 1-point game in College Park.
See, when Ace Baldwin is complaining, he's not getting back defensively. That allowed Young that look.
Here's Baldwin. Whips it around to Puff Johnson. Driving to the rim. The scoop won't go. No foul called. Puff on the deck. Here comes Maryland. Kaiser driving for the lead. They'll go to the line.
This home excellence.
One more for Kaiser. Maryland has led for 2 minutes and 8 seconds tonight. Penn State has led for 27 minutes and 15 seconds. And the freshman has given Maryland the lead.
Yeah, this is impressive here. And this is the adversity that Mike Rose was talking about. How will his team respond?
He did not like the response they had to Bucknell this past weekend, losing at home to Bucknell. We've got a foul underneath, battling.
And so, Wahab, oh
boy, wasn't looking. Baldwin lobbing in and nobody looking for the lob.
Maryland doing a good job getting back as Young leads the Big Ten in fast break points. I thought he had an opportunity to get 2 there.
Reese, jumper won't go. Missed opportunity for the Terrapins to extend this lead.
I like the shot, though. You get one of your 2 best players in point-blank range like that.
Clary weaving through traffic. Has to reset, 15 to shoot. Here's Baldwin around the screen. Flips it back to Hicks. The 3 won't go. Rebound tipped around. One of 2 for Julian Reese.
Which is improved.
Yeah,
that's an improvement.
2-point lead. Penn State coming up on 3 minutes without a point. They've missed their last 5 shots. Maryland in the midst of an 8-0 run.
Ooh, I thought Boyle was going to let that fly, Kevin.
I thought he was too. I think he thought he was. Baldwin, dump down. Nice look, nice find, nice finish by Nick Kerr.
Yeah, you referenced it early in the broadcast. Those 2 have played together for a while. They've got a nice chemistry between them.
Deshaun Harris-Smith in the corner, open look for 3. Good look from Young, just couldn't get it to go. The rebound goes out of bounds, it'll stay.
Forgetting Nick Kern Jr.
Here's Reese to work off the inbound. Count the bucket and the foul. So strong, so long, and a chance for one more.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
There's 53 remaining in the second half. 1-point lead for Penn State. Well, we apologize for some technical difficulties. I think we're all back here in College Park. Steven and I never left. We're sorry you guys stepped aside for a minute.
Yeah, and Bort never left either.
Bort on the court. Dante Smith on the court, or Dante Scott rather on the court, gets his 2. And a 58-57 lead for Maryland. Here comes Clary end to end like a runaway freight train, and Clary hobbling a little bit. Yes, I think that's the going rate for Teeth now.
I was getting ready to say, man, that inflation is kicked in.
It has kicked in.
I was looking for coins back in the day.
Yep. You got a shiny new nickel and you liked it.
That's right. I was looking for the stuff that jingled, not folded. But I'll take the folds.
8 ties, 12 lead changes tonight, and Penn State up 1.
This is the style of play that Big Ten sometimes gets to. Possessions are key down the stretch.
Scott in all kinds of traffic. The rebound by Reese tried to go right to left under the rim, and he'll go to the line instead, where he has set up a shop tonight. Foul going on Wahab, and he is now fouled out of this ball game. So Qudus Wahab in his return to Maryland, where he played in the 2021-2022 season, ends early. He's fouled out.
Now think about this. Julian Reese has fouled Qudus Wahab out. Lilly has 4 fouls. And I'm sure he's drawn fouls from some other Penn State Nittany Lions as well, so the big man is putting his team on his back down the stretch.
Yeah, he's drawing plenty tonight. And he's hitting his free throws, too. 1 for 4 to start, 7 of 8 since.
5 in a row. So, that fatigue and getting banged on a little bit may have relaxed him.
That is a big-time box score that Reese has put together tonight. 23 points, 15 rebounds in 35 minutes.
Yes, and he will be taking an ice bath after this one, because this has been as physical of a Big Ten matchup as I've seen this season. Now, we haven't had a lot of them, but we've had enough for a small sample size, and this is as physical as I've seen.
Baldwin to work. Here's Kern. 3 to shoot. Baldwin got 3 to the rim with 1 on the shot clock. He got past the freshman for an easy bucket.
And he never panicked, Kevin. Never panicked. That's why you want to get old in college basketball, to make plays like that, to regain the lead.
Here's Kaiser. He'll step back for a high arcing 3, and it finds the bottom of the net.
Oh, young fella growing up before our eyes here. That's a clutch 3. And Jahmir Young had enough confidence to give it up to the young fella.
2-point Maryland lead. The answer for Baldwin is way off. Young will push, weaving back and forth, and now pulls that one back out.
Tell you one thing Penn State has done an excellent job of. They have not allowed Young many fast break opportunities.
Here's Reese working against O'Boyle. Tough matchup. The double comes. We've got a whistle.
That's an elbow.
And that elbow by Reese.
Yeah, you know what?
He'll say it's Big Ten play.
And he's under 23, so he'll heal quickly.
Yes, he will. You and I would be laid up for about a month.
No doubt.
Ball knocked free inside. Look at the contact and a tie-up. Possession arrow, Penn State.
But it looked as though Hicks had the offensive rebound and Julian Reese got in there again. The pursuit of the rock by Julian Reese this evening has been superb.
This has just been a really strong basketball game.
Yes, it has.
Feels more like February than December. And that's a credit to both of these teams. 14 to shoot. Ace Baldwin to Zach Hicks. Hicks, the dump down. Back out O'Boyle. 3. Got it!
Oh, man.
Leo O'Boyle.
That was great, Kevin. That was great. Well, I tell you what, Nick Kern has been a facilitator for his teammates all night long.
And Young facilitating a 2. He's got 20.
Yeah, and a nice little flex afterwards, letting Baldwin know. Yeah, you're new to this conference. I'm true to this conference.
Baldwin back to O'Boyle. Clary the step back. In and out. Pops out to Young. And now the veteran will put on the brakes and just meander up the floor. Now he kicks it into gear and he's going to the line. Young good on free throw number 1. 21 points tonight for Young, included in those 21, 7 for 7 at the line.
Yeah, so he understands that these are free, and that in these tight games, you got to convert.
Trying to bounce back from their Friday conference opening loss at Indiana. Up 3 with 1:20 to go.
Now, Penn State sometimes gets a little impatient. They've got to.
Baldwin, he'll go to the line.
Like Dante Scott was testing out some of the techniques from psychology class, and trying to use them on Ace Baldwin. Didn't work on that first attempt.
Just want to point out, since Stephen Bardo in the late first half said people need to put down their phones and start hitting free throws, Penn State's 7 of 8 in the second half. Maryland's 15 of 16 in the second half. They listened to you.
It's beautiful to see, isn't it, Kevin?
They're coachable.
Yeah, my sons don't listen to me, but somebody is.
They're texting you right now about that because they got their phone. 1-point game. 1:05 to go in this one. This has been fun tonight.
Yes, it has.
1 minute remaining.
Jahmir Young, under a minute to go. Young to the elbow. 9 on the shot clock. Young to work. Young driving inside. He draws the foul. And Young heading to the free throw line.
He'll get back in. They're playing defense and offensive line changes, so to speak, with him alone. So he'll get another opportunity here.
He's over there right now saying, look, I've proven I can shoot free throws. Just keep me out there on the floor.
That's right.
What a night he's had. 23 points, 15 rebounds. Meanwhile, Jahmir Young says, how about 1 point better? 24 points for Young. That's his best performance of the year. At a time when Maryland really needed it. Clary drives inside, and he got the bucket. One more at the line. Now 23, and we're tied at 69.
Let's see how much pressure, if it's token or will they really try to squeeze Maryland here. Nice double team that time of Jahmir Young to keep it out of his hands.
Not aggressive pressure from Mitchell.
No, just enough.
Here's Reese again, back to work. Double team came to help out O'Boyle. He goes right back into the post. Clear in the road, and we've got a whistle and a foul. No shot. Reese at the line. Nine of 14 at the line. He has played 39 minutes.
And see, there might be a point where that fatigue that made him relax might have negative consequences here.
Good on the second. Ties his career high with 24. He had 24 against Coppin State. One is a Big Ten matchup, one is not. Impressive night tonight for Reese. He'll sit down.
Yeah, he's a little bit upset with himself. Didn't get both of those to drop.
So 1 timeout left for each team. Possession arrow favoring Maryland. See what Penn State decides to do here. They're going to play it out.
I think they're going to, this is a play for Ace Baldwin.
Here's Baldwin. Looking. 10 seconds to go. Clary. Elbow jumper. Short. Rebound. Scott ahead to the freshman, Deshaun Harris-Smith, who will go to the line. And 1 more to go. But what that does is open the door for Penn State even more.
That's right. And we saw this young man. He was working tirelessly in the shoot-around, trying to get his rhythm here.
4.6 seconds remaining. They add a little time to the clock. 4.6 left in this one.
Now, what Penn State has to pay attention to, if this is off, they've got to clean off this defensive glass.
Second one is good. 4.6 seconds to go. O'Boyle tipped away.
That's a foul.
A foul.
Oh, my goodness.
A foul on Jahari Long, and Penn State's going to get the chance to tie it at the line.
Oh, my goodness.
Ace Baldwin Jr. tonight is 5 for 5 at the line. 80% on the year. Maryland has 1 timeout. The possession arrow also favors the Terrapins. They'll use that timeout now before Baldwin's second free throw attempt. If he misses, Penn State will try to foul quickly. But he makes it. We're tied at 71. And here come the Terrapins. Looking for a game winner. Young around. Young on the drive. Floater for the win won't go. And we've got overtime in College Park. In that Nebraska-Minnesota game here, Reese to work. And the tip controlled by Maryland. See how quickly they feed it into the post. Reese working against O'Boyle. There's Reese. The skip. Kaiser in the corner. The 3 pinballs out and the foul underneath. Burton came out, almost took his jersey off to wave it over his head. That was on me. That was on me. 1 more free throw. 1 for 2 for Harris-Smith. Deshaun Harris-Smith has given Maryland the 1-point lead. And Penn State, I think, is fortunate to have Ace Baldwin Jr. still in the game.
Oh, there's no question about it.
O'Boyle for three. Off the heel, rebound, tipped around, and it ends up in the hands of Kern. Trickles out to Hicks. The three won't go. Rebound to Young.
I know Penn State's attack, a lot of it is based on the three-point shot, but they're almost hurrying to take these contested looks.
There's Young. Drops it down to Reese. And Reese barrels through O'Boyle, and a tie-up, possession arrow Penn State.
Oh my gosh.
In his entire career at Lafayette in 4 years.
No, not too many Julian Reese's running around.
Baldwin rises up, strong in the shot. Good box out by Deshaun Harris-Smith.
I just don't think that you can beat a good defensive team with no passes. And everyone's looking at you, you're just going one-on-one. I know Ace Baldwin's a fantastic player, but Maryland is a good defensive team.
You pointed it out earlier, too, that at times it sticks a little bit in the Penn State offense.
Yes, it does.
Deshaun Harris-Smith forward to shoot inside the floater by Young, and Maryland by three.
That's really nice. I like the fact that Kevin Willard has moved Jahmir Young off the point position.
Clary on the drive, can't get that one to go, got a good look, and now a pivotal defensive series for Penn State. Big offensive trip as well for Maryland.
I think Clary got caught in the air, Kevin, whether to go straight or go off the glass. I think that's what maybe caused the miss, because he had a good look.
Pull-up jumper short for Young, ends up with Clary. Clary, a little crossover, gets to the logo, contested shot, and it won't go. But Geronimo was right there.
Yeah, he was, and it's easy to do because there's no passes.
Right.
He's just bringing the ball up, going one-on-one. I mean, I know they've had success with that early in the game, but it's overtime now.
Deshaun Harris-Smith to work. There's Dante Scott, but a rough night offensively for the veteran. Drives inside, count the bucket, and the foul. Just his second field goal of the night, and what a time for it.
Boy, it looked like he had O'Boyle off balance and just leans in, goes to the offhand off the glass. My goodness. That's a veteran move by Dante Scott.
It's the free throw, though. 5-point game. Largest lead, and Penn State looking still for their first points in overtime. 0 for 5 from the floor. Will they move the ball?
Well, that's more than they had been doing. Oh, good denial by Jahmir Young to keep Kanye Clare from receiving that pass.
Shot clock at 8. Baldwin lost the dribble, scoops it up, and a foul on Kaiser. And for Kaiser, that's his 5th, and the freshman has fouled out, and that'll frustrate Kevin Willard. One more for Baldwin, first point of the OT for Penn State. And think of that, we've got 1:45 left in the OT. If he hits his free throw, it's a one-possession game, despite not scoring for the first couple, 3 minutes of this overtime. So
neither team seems like they want to separate themselves much. I know Penn State had an 11-point lead early on, but it's been nip and tuck ever since.
3-point ball game as Jahmir Young will walk it up.
Oh, nice job. Jahmir going back and getting it. With the sure-handed guard to initiate whatever you're trying to do here. Little matchup zone by Penn State. I think it surprised Maryland a little bit.
They'll try to answer with a 3. Won't go. Rebound loose, and it's Maryland who scoops it up. Dante Scott swooping in to get a clutch rebound.
Nick Kearns asking for the over-the-back call. It's too late for that.
Young, deep jumper, short. Rebound, Clary.
If I'm Penn State, I'm getting to the rim.
Kern tried, blocked off by Scott. Clary behind the back dribble, and a reach-in foul on Jahmir Young. His second, and Penn State with a chance to score with the clock stopped.
And that's great because they're not settling for those threes. They're putting pressure on the defense, trying to get downhill. Clary's been difficult all night to contain on the penetration. Nice job.
He had 28 against Butler, 23 here tonight. One more for Clary. By the way, Dante Scott with that last rebound, just passing Len Bias, goes into 12th place all-time at Maryland in rebounds.
Tell you what, you put your name in that category, you've had a pretty good career.
Almost. Boy, Baldwin lurking, and Deshaun Harris-Smith nearly had his pocket picked.
I didn't think he was paying attention, Kevin. I thought that was going to be a disaster for Maryland.
1-point ball game, 15 on the shot clock.
This little zone has helped Penn State here.
They're a little baffled until now. Harris-Smith, baseline drive, counted in the foul.
Oh, a great look from Jahmir Young on the penetration. Seeing the young fella lurking along the baseline. Does a good job of finishing.
And Stephen, you could see the emotion on the face of the freshman Deshaun Harris-Smith, who has been struggling with his shot. Where's his rhythm? How is he going to get it going? You could see it on his face after that one fell. That meant more than just a 2-point bucket.
Great observation on your part. He's been struggling, but doesn't take much to get on the right track.
And a 2-possession game for a young man who struggled at the line. A huge sequence for Maryland. Spacing a problem for the moment for Penn State. Here's Clary. Got his man in the air and hoists a contested 3. Offensive rebound for Kern. Kern will drive it to the bucket. That won't go. Scott clears his 10th rebound. Here's Young dribbling through traffic and a foul. Career high 30 tonight for Jahmir. His career high is 30. He's got 27 right now. To go with 8 rebounds, 3 assists in 44 minutes.
And he and his dynamic duo partner, Julian Reese, I mean, that's heavy lifting.
Six-point game. Baldwin has to hurry. 6 seconds, the 3 won't go. Rebound in the corner, out of bounds. It'll belong to Maryland. 2.5 to go, and the Terps are going to survive a huge scare from Penn State and keep their home court winning streak alive. Inbound to Young, who will dribble it out, and the Terrapins have won 16 straight at home. 14 straight conference games at home. 81-75, the final in overtime.